brought up to think that you shouldn't be too big for your boots and that you shouldn't show off. It can lead to a life where you never really celebrate what you're good at, and this can cause a problem with confidence levels and competence, because if you don't believe that you can do something, if you're not celebrating what you are good at, then it can lead to not practicing and not putting yourself forward to do new things and realise that you can do those things. So what I want to introduce you to is a fabulous chap called Howard Gardner. Now, Howard Gardner wasn't so much interested in IQ, intelligent quotient, which is basically something somebody made up in order to try and measure intelligence, which only really measures the kind of academic intelligence that the education system is set up for. So instead of Howard Gardner asking the question, how smart are you? He asks, how are you smart? So in what way are you smart that might be different from anybody else? Now, in my era of education, there was this understanding or this belief that if you weren't very academically inclined, then you would do something which was more of a vocational job, and there were youth opportunity schemes and this kind of thing. There's still that kind of thing around today. What Howard Gardner talks about is not either you're clever or you do this other stuff, but all of that is about being smart. So we just go through his system of 8 intelligences, and you can maybe figure out which one you feel is your particular thing. So first off, one of the things that he talks about is being word smart. Now, this is something which I enjoyed at school. I was an avid reader. I got through the books before the teachers expected me to, and I really, really loved getting lost in a book. I also enjoy conversation, and I enjoy the English language. I don't know lots of long words, and I'm not particularly eloquent, even though I work as a speaker, but I feel like word smart is where I sit. Now, the next one is logic smart, and I am just not logic smart. I've never enjoyed working with numbers, except we had a supply teacher once who did trigonometry with us in such a way that I got excited about it because there weren't so many numbers involved, and that was fabulous. But generally speaking, my mum even had an extra maths teacher for me as a child to try and help me to get through at least the very basic exam for maths. It's just not my thing. Now, I don't know if you've come across the phrase that I think it was Einstein that said, if all animals were measured, their intelligence was measured by their ability to climb a tree, then a fish would spend its life thinking it was stupid. Well, I thought I was stupid because I wasn't clever at maths, but that just wasn't my thing. Right, what comes up next? Picture smart. Are you picture smart? Are you able to read a map, have a visual awareness in your mind's eye? I'm definitely not visually smart either. I drive somewhere and I get to where I'm going thanks to the sat-nav. I come back thinking I won't need the sat-nav because I've already been this way, but it's the other way around. It makes no sense to my brain. Are you picture smart? Is that the thing that you're good at? Then the next one, body smart. This might be about sport. It might be about physical activity in general. It might be about dancing. If you're body smart, it's something where you tune in and you understand the workings of your body, and you perhaps have that thing that, again, another one I haven't got, which is that, I've sat around for too long, I need to move, I need to get my body going again and get all the blood circulating and get my muscles working. If you're body smart, then you're just going to do that just because it feels right for you. You're tuned into it. The next one is music smart, and this doesn't necessarily mean playing a musical instrument, although it might mean that. It's about you kind of embodying music. You might enjoy listening to it, be able to pick out nuances. You might have a really good rhythm. You might play an instrument, or you might be a big fan of live music and enjoying that and feeling the energy that gives you. Maybe you can hear the difference between the right note and the wrong note. Maybe you sing for pleasure, or maybe you sing professionally. Whatever it is, music's your thing. Now the next one is about being people smart. So do you ever walk into a room and you can tell that there's been a bit of a row, that things aren't well, like, something's going on here? Maybe when you're talking to somebody, you can tell that they're not quite their usual self, or there's something they're not telling you. There may be little clues that you're picking up on because you're people smart, because you tune in and you get it, you know. So you might enjoy the company of people, or you just might be good at it, so that you know how to work a room or to have a conversation. Not necessarily big groups, it might just be one-to-one. Maybe you work as a coach, because actually reading people, tuning in, being empathetic and understanding where people are coming from might be your thing if you're people smart. And then finally is self-smart. So understanding your own personal and professional development, being able to realise what you're feeling and what you need to do with that, kind of having a curiosity about how you work, how you tick, and being able to regulate that, so that you, if you get into a bit of a state, a bit of a stress, you know how to self-soothe and bring yourself back to calm. If you've got a really busy day, you know how to manage yourself well. So if you're self-smart, my goodness, that's a great thing, so well done you. We can all do all of these things, but not to the same extent. So which are the things in which you feel you particularly shine? There are additional things to the 8 intelligence that some people are now putting forward, that we need to add spiritual intelligence to that and other things as well. Actually, I feel like it comes through. So you might feel spiritual in your music, you might feel spiritual in your dance, you might feel spiritual in the way you connect with other people or with yourself, with your faith. So I think it's included in all of that. What is it that makes you shine? And when you honour that and realise how important it is that you bring that to the world, you're not showing off, you're just showing up. You're showing up as the real you, which is exactly what you're meant to do, is just to shine just as you are and celebrate your fabulousness.